Okay, so 12. So you hear the knocking on the door.
What is it? I just got home. I just got back.
It's like, it's morning already. It's time for the meeting.
Yes, I'm coming. Just hang on.
So, and the door is locked and he just shoves open the door. Like, you're
He's only
breaking
the
the lock. It's
privacy.
like, I'll pay for that later, but you need to come to this meeting. Like, he wants to impress upon you the importance, so he shoves open the door, he walks in, says, you need to come to this meeting, and then he just walks out. So, and you see that, like, Yuki and Malice, they jolt out. It's someone's breaking in, so we need to defend ourselves, and then they just see who it is, like, could he have not done that?
Just met him. I don't know.
Okay, so
I barely know him.
it's like, yeah, us too. So he goes to Tobias and he goes to DeQuavo. They're already up and they're already walking with him. So Thorin, he goes up to your room and he knocks on the door. This is
I'm depending. How long has it been since I went to sleep?
you slept your full 8 hours. So this is like the eighth hour.
Then I'm probably just gonna wake up normal, even if it knocks.
Okay, so you're gonna wake up normally and then you hear the door. Let's see. Lately, Tracy's been doing the same thing she's been doing a couple nights, which is like you find her wrapped around you and like so. And it's not in a way where it's constricting. It's basically like she's uncomfortably close, and you don't know why she's doing it. She doesn't know why she's doing it.
Great.
Probably the worst part is that she's been kind of. In short, she's been drooling, and now it's on you. Because like she sleeps with her mouth open and her tongue flops out, and basically that tongue is covered in spit, and the spit is now on your body. So she hears the knocking, she kind of wakes up. It's like, oh, hey, how's it going? I guess it's time to get up.
Yes, it is.
So she kind of unwraps herself, and it's like, why does this keep happening?
Don't ask me. You're the one doing it.
It's like, yeah, I know. I'm the one doing it, and I gotta figure out why. So Dawn's doing the same thing. Like she's awake and she's trying to make her head go backwards, but can't. It's like, I hear Master. Where's Master?
I just walk up in front of Dawn.
Okay. It's like, oh, there is Master. So she gets back on her stomach and she starts getting up. So you hear the count from outside. It's like, the meeting's starting. You need to come outside now. So Adrik, you're also in your room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you test a roll? I want to see if you can actually roll now. Let's find out. The insight was the last thing you were doing. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna try and gently wake up Olga.
So. Okay. Oh, that died. Okay, Olga's pretty knocked out. I mean, like I don't know. She seems like she needs a lot of sleep. Drake, on the other hand, is not that way. Drake is like, as soon as you come into the room, he's like leaping at you, and he's like,
I missed you too,
yeah.
buddy.
He seems rather hyper. It also could be that he was fed a couple things he wasn't supposed to eat. It's like, and Olga's like, it's been like that all night. That's what happens when you give a dog sugar.
Wait, why?
So, it's like, he's gonna crash in a little bit. It's just, they put a lot of, like, she's rubbing her eyes, and it's like, they put a lot of sweets on the table, and you know how he is. He just jumps on the table and eats it.
Do you want help getting up and carry you like a princess?
It's like, sure. And she just lies down flat. It's like, sure.
I come over and grab her.
So Drake is like, he's got enough grip on your armor to like run around your shoulders. But he's running around in a weird circular pattern around the top of your armor, so because it's wide enough.
How's he doing that?
Okay, so
How's he running on the armor?
Because you have enough armor plating where he's got enough grips areas to run around in a circle around like shoulder in circles front and back.
She's just kind of hopping around on my armor.
It's like, he'll wear himself out eventually, I hope.
Well, just kind of have to deal with it as it is, don't we?
So back to Adrik. It was... Hold on, I rolled something earlier, so let me put that something into practice. So, you hear from your side, like, you're sleeping, right? And you got out of your armor and all that? So it's like, hey, wake up. It's time to get up. And then, do you wake up, or is it like...
Yeah, sure, I'll get up.
Okay, so she doesn't think you're awake, and then you feel a hand, like, slap you across the face. Hey, wake up.
Damn it, Anna.
It's like, hey, I gotta test out this new physical body, you know?
What new physical body?
So, it's like, oh, you're gonna have to open your eyes then, and check it out.
I open my eyes and check it out.
Okay, so, you see that now there's like it's a weird glowing form standing in front of you. It's like, surprised to see me?
I try to, like, stick my hand through her.
Okay. So, you can't actually, you touch, where are you putting your hand exactly?
I don't know, mid-torso-ish, I guess.
Where?
Arm.
Okay, you touch her arm and it's like, and she gets her other hand and puts your hand on her arm and it's like, no, I'm pretty solid. Sorry.
I have a question.
Which is?
Are we gonna do, like, the adventure?
Do what? Okay, well you cut out, so back to Adrik.
Oh, well, fucking stupid keyboard and push talk. I said, are we gonna do, like, the adventure of Earthroot, or, the Earthroot and Makfar?
I don't even know. We'll get there when we get there. Stop interrupting the flow. Okay, so it's like she has your hand and she's holding your hand like to her arm and saying, I'm pretty solid. Just I'm not.
How are you doing that?
It's like, I don't know. Just I just tried it one time and I guess here I am. And she just gestures. So she's moving your hand across her shoulder. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty solid.
That's pretty neat.
So are you gonna like fight it? Like, because she's moving her hand like closer to like her chest and stuff, just, and she's got that wicked smile up. She knows what she's doing.
Now I'll stand up and walk towards the door.
Yeah, so you just see it's like, oh, we were getting to the good part.
The good part.
And it's like, well, when you decide to figure it out, then you will know what that is.
Better.
So, and she just starts to fade away, like, back into wherever. So it's like, right, someone's at the door. You should probably go get that.
I go and open the door.
So you see mostly just armor, and you have to look up because, he's taller than the door frame.
Hey, Count. How's it going?
It's like, the meeting has started. Meet at the square.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I think that roused everyone. That did. The only one that didn't rouse was Say. Say, where's your dimensional door, also? And you can only let people in that are allowed, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, so are you going to let the Count in, or is he just going to walk up to the door and just like, just no way in?
Well, he wouldn't even be able to see it. It's
Okay.
invisible when it's closed.
Then he can't really get to you. So he's just going to assume that you're going to be at the meeting. And he'll know because, obviously, he's doing a roll call. No, not a roll call, but,
Well, I did go to bed relatively early, so I should be able to wake up on time.
Okay, so yours is, Claire's rather clingy when she sleeps. I mean, that's why Heartflame was trying to keep her distance. Well, she was clinging on to people, so...
So is Say.
Yeah, so you're both clinging on to each other, just unnaturally. Or not,
No,
you're clinging on to each other because you're...
Flame and Claire is clinging on to me.
Okay, so... And then Heartflame's trying to just stay away from all of you because it's like, that's extra weight I don't want right now. So Claire wakes up, it's like, oh, what happened last night? So, and then she's looking to the left, it's like, oh, when did I have intercourse with a dragon and oh, okay. And then she just goes back to sleep, just,
Do I end up waking up from that?
Well, it's Harflame's already awake, and I guess, you have to do Constitution, so
20.
20. Jesus.
Come on, get a crit. You know, it's gonna happen. Okay,
Nope.
never mind.
So
Wait, don't forget my bardic inspiration dice.
sure,
It's only a 1.
just trying to jinx him. Nope. So everyone's awake. Claire's the one who went back to sleep, thinking that this is all a dream. I didn't really sleep with these two people, did I?
Are you
How
sure?
drunk
Tap her
was
on
I?
the forehead.
Like, you touch her forehead?
I tap her on the forehead.
Oh, so she she touches her forehead, and it's like, oh, that actually did happen. Now, question: did that actually happen, or did that not happen?
We slept
Like,
together.
you slept together in the same bed, but like, did you get physical, or was it like she's imagining it?
Like what I say is we slept together. Nothing else.
Okay. So her interpretation is, well, we did things. How drunk was I?
No, we didn't do anything. We just
It's like-
slept in the same bed.
Oh. And so she's looking down. It's like, then why am I half naked?
'Cause you
You're
like it.
coming on to me.
It's like, oh, sorry about that. I guess I shouldn't be drinking. You know, I'd say it's been a while since I've been in civilization.
It's fine.
Okay, so she's making herself decent again. Heartflame, you know, she doesn't care either way. She's just not even wearing anything. It's like, you know, like she's getting up. It's like, you know, you should try just not wearing clothes. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Very bad things.
It's like, oh yeah, for you squishy people, you know, I'm kind of a dragon. I don't have to care. No, it's like, you humans and your affinity to not being nude.
I
It's
think
like she's
neither of us
tapping.
do.
She's tapping. It's like, look at you. You're so soft. Just that's part of the reason we like you, but that's part of the reason why you can't take a blow.
I can take more of a blow than you can.
Okay. It's like sure.
I bet you can blow harder than you can.
I,
So
I've literally been stabbed in the stomach and it didn't slow me down.
it's like
Well,
right.
It kinda
So
did. Nah, he
and
doesn't-
she's putting on her robes. Then everybody's getting ready. It's like we should. And Claire's like, what happens now? I mean, where are we going?
Meeting, I think.
It's like Rang just basically says like every major faction of the Orange Shield is coming together to discuss their parts in the plan. It is advisable that you attend.
I'm not part of the Orange Shield.
It's like, nevertheless, there are many important figures there. You may find useful allies in the future.
Allies?
You're a monk. Why are you putting on armor?
Because I'm Master Chief now.
No, he stole
No,
it.
you aren't.
He stole it from
Yeah,
somebody
power
else.
armor.
That's how he has the armor.
He has power armor.
Yes.
Yeah, he stole it
did?
from. Hey, he was the one that stole it. So, and also there's a reason. There's going to be a huge explanation as to why he can actually wield the armor. So, that's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Just we're trying to get to the plan. We're getting there. We're getting there. So,
I click my fingers, and then a couple of servants come in and like just give me some fruit, and then
Okay.
I pass the fruit out to everyone.
okay, so they're eating food. Like she takes like half the bowl of fruit and just eats it herself. That's just Claire. It's like, okay, why are you so uncivilized and so? And she's like through mouthfuls of food. It's like, what? It's food's there.
I'm
I'm
so,
gonna eat
like-
it. Just
She's partially animal like me. What are you talking about, fam? I eat
I'm like
her.
grabbing either side of her waist and say, "How do you eat so much?" And
it's like, well, when you do a lot of running, jumping, and stuff, you don't gain a lot of weight. Plus, you know, kind of high metabolism. You know.
Huh.
It's like when you get to like she's getting out of bed. It's like when you get to know me more, I'll tell you more. But for now, we're still work in progress.
can't wait.
So it's like, and Heartflame from the side is like, you're willing to get half naked in front of someone and yet you can't tell us your backstory. And it's like, yes, it's kind of personal.
Yeah.
Oops.
Just so slightly personal.
So you're all just going to leave the mansion and head towards the meeting spot.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the meeting spot is in the square. Like, he went and grabbed everyone. Some people aren't going to be there because they're not really that, like, high key. But many of the major members of the Orange Shield are going to be there, along with a cast of other characters. So you guys arrive in the square, and you see, there's the Guardian. He doesn't really move from the square. He just kind of stays there. So what you see is there's a cast of other, like, it looks like strange soldiers near the edge of the square. A lot of them. I mean, I'm talking a lot of them. So Tequaba's with them. He's having conversations with some of them.
So where are we supposed to be on the map?
We're meeting here in the square.
Oh, okay. I'll grab my characters.
So the monument is still there to the like, you see the Count walk up to the mural, and he's kind of gives a benediction. Because I guess he knew the Admiral back before he was deadified. So Thorin is there, your crew is there. Niltaor, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, Niltaor, you're there. Like, Malice and them, the anger is a little bit set aside, because, this is apparently an important moment. You have Brelog there. The Hydra and them are not going to be there. I guess they're expecting to get briefed. You see that the Paladin heads are there. Say you have to... Let me move everybody over there. So say you're going to be there. Or are you not going to be there? What's your plan?
I'll be there. I just couldn't move class, so I didn't move anyway.
Okay, so... And then we have only Jamyan, the Paladin... The head Paladin is going to be there. So he's not going to bring all his Paladins. Frocco and them are going to be there.
Are they still... Did they figure out how to continue smoking?
Yeah, they're getting better at it, but they're not, like... There's still a long way to go before they're not
They're
loopy.
still getting pretty stupid.
Yeah. You got Jangan is there, and along with the two extras, which are them. Captain Stella's going to be there, and so is Graz, but he's going to be in not a very healthy condition. So
I kind of lean over to the Paladin and say, how are your Paladins doing?
it's like, I don't quite approve of that herb you've given them, but they seem to be enjoying it quite a bit, so
Well,
I will
they're
tolerate it,
also growing
but
up,
it is
too.
becoming an issue with their discipline.
Don't worry, they'll grow resistant to it eventually.
So you see Captain Stella, she's like you see Ito. Ito's the one who enters the square, and he sees Sei and he nods to her. While Graz looks like he's been through hell. I mean, like, he can barely walk.
I take off my chest piece and, just kind of leave it to the side.
So... You see, so he just shouts, like, the Count shouts out, "Now that you're all here, we have some introductions to do." It's like, the soldiers you see before you are the famous Dread Knights. Well, the former Dread Knights. So, like, Tequabo starts going through the line. It's like, this is Trickster. I think some of you have met him before.
No.
So he does a mock bow. It's like, a pleasure to meet you all. It's like, this is Makfar, our demolitions expert. She has a plan for later about how we're going to deal with the cities, a little bit more unorthodox way. It's like, and she just shouts, "Unorthodox? You mean the best way? The most fun way?" It's like, in your opinion. It's like, this is my friend Hollow. He is the expert on both religious and deities, along with planes of existence. This is, it's like, oh, come off it, I'll introduce myself. I'm Lineman, frontline expert. I was like, very well. It's like, this big ogre is, this big ogre is Ram, our heavy weapons expert. Why is there two of you? There shouldn't be two of you. There we go. So the square is like, are you guys just silent as he's going over everyone?
I snuck up behind Trickster and turned him invisible.
Okay. It's like, huh, and he kind of chuckles. It's like, huh, Trick, okay. So, like, Taqwaba's just ignoring it. He's just going through the lines, and the Count's like watching everything happen. It's like, this is Red Eye, our expert sniper. So, you know, she's got a long tail, and she kind of does a wave with her tail, and she just smiles. It's like, this is... Damn, what was it? This is Scholar, or... Some of you have met Scholar before.
I haven't.
So... I think only Spicoli's met Scholar, last I remember.
Have I?
Yeah, Scholar, the
there?
one you gave the life core to.
Yeah.
Who has a lot of money, apparently.
Yeah.
And he's still holding that
me.
life core. It's like, yes. I'm a smart man. You will get to know me in time if you actually care. Can we move along?
Hey, I have
It's like,
something
oh, and by
the
the way, and it's like he points to the statue. It's like, if you are a bit hungry, there are snacks around the statue.
What was it? Oh, fuck, I just forgot the name of this person.
Scholar.
Scholar. I say, hey, Scholar, and I wave around the power core.
It's like, you. Okay. Oh, another power core. Yeah, so we'll get to that in a minute.
It's not a life core, it's a power core from the armor.
It's like you said, it's like, I'll get to that in a minute. So, it's like, and this is senile. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm not senile. Who are you again? It's like, so
I don't
like,
know why he's here.
this is senile. He's our wizard, or when he remembers half the time. It's like, oh, what are you talking about? I remember so many things. If only I could recall some of them.
I could fix your memory if you want.
Yeah, so... It's like, right, introductions aside. So it's like, Scholar, make your report. Like, he's just pointing at Scholar. It's like, right. So he just comes up and he just... he does like a whole theatric thing. He pulls out a thing of notes and he coughs a little bit. It's like, let's see. What do I have here? A bunch of rambling. Do any of you speak Draconic? No? No one?
Yes.
I can read Draconic.
It's like, can you read this?
Okay.
Because
okay.
I guess in my haste, I must have written it in a Draconic dialect.
I can read it.
So, do perception. So this is a 15 challenge.
If you fail, it'll come over there
Yeah.
and take care of it.
So it's not that it's a strange dialect. He's holding the paper upside down.
I just like take it from him, turn it around, and then give it back to him.
Oh, okay. This was very grim discoveries. First off, there's much of this is concerning the Legion. Though it's like Count Angus is like he kind of gives a nod. It's like expediency. There's a particular new method that they're starting to do on their shoulders. It's called soul binding. They are binding the souls of their soldiers to, I guess, their matrix core, whatever it's called. I'll get to that point in a minute, but it means that every soldier you kill, their soul is returned to the Legion. Whatever information they had gleaned, whatever things they had experienced in life, are analyzed, and they're sent back to the field with... And it's like it requires further analysis. It's a rough theory, but it would explain why the Legion keeps adapting.
I yell out from the background, what if they're turned to stone? Or a penny?
It's like, in the grand scheme of things, one or two soldiers lost like that is not a big deal. So long as any soldier dies and their soul is able to return, they can return any intelligence back. This is astounding.
Okay, cool, just checking.
So,
You say.
it's like, and according to our intelligence reports, wait a second. So it's like, he looks around, it's like, wait. It's like, where's Jester? Where's the... And so, like, it's like, Taqwaba, have you seen Jester? And so he just leans over and says, killed in action. They found him out in the city. It's like, my condolences. It's like, well, from Jester's last report, they're learning a lot from our adventurers, from us. They're adapting their tactics to include us. As we get stronger, so do they. And it's like that's nothing new. But how is this one different? It's like it's because any memories of any fighting that's ever done, against the Legion, if their soul is returned, they analyze it. It's like, and their analysis is astounding. They're repurposing life cores as researchers. Artificial intelligence being used to do constant research. It's like, it's no wonder they got the exosuits out. It's like, and their armors. Like, he's like, it's like in these armors, new advances in alloys and null plating. They've already streamed out their Mark II exosuits. Stronger, more durable, and with an inbuilt cloaking field. It's like,
what?
It's like, oh, sorry, technical jargon. It is a field that bends light so that they become invisible in broad daylight. They can simply blend in with their environment.
Camouflage.
Right.
It's like, camouflage, yes, I guess camouflage was to be the word. It's like, I take it it's like their tactics are changing, and I think it has to do a lot with our greatest hero, Thorin. If they can't fight him head-to-head, I think they have to use a little bit more underhanded tactics to win. They must be very desperate if they're changing how their entire legion operates.
I'm gonna look over to Say. I'm gonna say, hey, Say, I'm gonna need to talk to you later.
It's like, and so he pulls out a sheet.
At the opposite sides of the thing.
And it's like, he looks at Ram, and you see Ram kind of give a nod, and he's holding a really big device.
You can receive my telepathic communication, right?
Yeah.
Only if I start talking with you first.
Okay, so Ram goes to the center, and he's got a huge thing on his back, and he just kind of plants it on the ground and presses a bunch of dials. And a jolt of electricity goes through him. And he's looking at Skull, and it's like, hey, I didn't say it would work 100%. I just said it has a 65% chance of working.
Wait, what?
So he just put down a device. He tried to turn it on. He just took a jolt of electricity, and it just grounded through him. He looks over at Scholar, and Scholar said it only had a 65% chance of working.
I can take an electrical charge here.
So he just kicks it, and it turns on. It's like, yes, your Brutus way of technology seems to be working right now. So it's like, for those of you in the audience that doesn't know, this is a astral projector. This is it can project certain images and engrams that I've built into it. So, and you're seeing it's displaying what looks like a massive. It looks like the floor plan of some sort. It's like this is the most accurate map of Glowspire we've been able to get outside of the city. Let's see, a full 1/3 of it is taken up by a device they call the Infinity Core. A massive magical storage. It's like from this core, they're creating artificial beings, life, all the resources they need, everything that Glowspire needs is created from this core of energy. It's like, and judging by its geometry, it's how it operates, only a fraction of its power has been used to fight the war with us so far. It's like, I can't imagine what type of potential this core would have when it's used to full potency.
Where is the core itself getting power from?
It's like, the core is directly in the center of the city. Which leads, it's like, and you hear from the crowd, it's like, oh, get to the good part! It's like, oh, fine. Okay, my part's done. Makfar, you're up. It's like, right, this is the part you're probably most interested with. The easiest way to destroy the city is to make that core into one massive explosion. I think we can all agree on that, right?
I think I...
it's like, show of hands, how many of you wish to see the city just turn into a fireball? So what, a majority of the hands go up?
Can I roll a nature check real quick to know what the most explosive, plant is?
I don't think you'd know that, but alright, so...
You want to give me a challenge rating?
Sure, why not? Alright, so... 35. Jesus. I don't think you're gonna make that.
Someone want to help me?
Unless you crit.
You can't help him. That's your personal knowledge of plants.
Damn it.
So nope. So,
I don't know anything about plants.
even with the 10, you almost had it. No, actually, even with a crit, you would have failed. So it's like, I see we're all in agreement. Well, I mean, the easiest way is you just breach the outer hull. I mean, what could it be? Just crystal. I got a couple breaching charges I could cook up that could breach the outer casing. Of course, then the thing will go up in a big bang of unknown size. I've never blown up something this large. It'll be a real fun experiment.
Gonna be biblical.
So it's like, well, there's a good chance it'll take out a good 30-40 mile radius from the epicenter of the explosion. At least that's my estimates. It's like, alright, well, it seems that with general interest, I'll get started on the experiment itself. So she just goes back in line. Taquabo's the one that's like, right. Next up is the war effort. If we're going to if any of those plans are going to work, we're going to need to distract the Legion, which means we need a standing army, siege weapons. We need another position we can fall back to in case this goes south. As fortified as Mazrik is, we need another fortified position to run to in case this one goes under attack. That's the way that happened with Kempner. This is the way that has to happen with Mazrik as well. It's like, I'm sending my knights out to recruit whatever army soldiers they can, any other outside allies, or anyone we can bring in. If you guys feel like you can bring in more army, then please do so. So, as for weapons, we already are designing something based on the golem. It's not that powerful, we'll need something stronger, but it'll do in a pinch. So, he just nods towards the Lord. It's like, it's my turn? And so it's like, yes, Lord, it's your turn. It's like, okay. So, it's like, hello, everyone. I am Count Angus. You've all met me before. So he starts just tapping dials on his, there is a new design of suit that you've heard of. The Legion has already deployed Mark IIs of the suit that we've fought so far. Much more durable, enhances the strength of the wielder, makes them far more agile, and has an inbuilt cloaking field so they can blend into most environments by just standing still and even some slight movement. They can move at up to maybe walk pace without disrupting the field. Very impressive. So,
like a poor man.
Other systems have remained the same. There's an internal link within the suit. Anyone who jumps in the suit their vitals will be linked to the suit. It's like, this is both an advantage and a disadvantage. It means the armor will act as a second skin, but the disadvantage is if anything happens to the suit, or if the power goes off, your body may shut down as well. Unless you can disconnect the links fast enough. So, it's like, you're seeing a 3D display of the suit, and he's zooming in on the head helmet. It's like, the helmets have an advanced optic unit. They can see through most forms of cloak. There are some things, of course, it is an optic unit. If you shut down their optics, they will be relatively blind.
What do you mean with most?
What do you mean the most?
Through most cloaking. What do you mean with most?
It's like, well, it can see a variety of spectrums. It can see visible light, infrared, and even it's like so. And one of the new things we discovered is the suit, this new iteration, has an inbuilt sonar system. Now they can detect you via sound and vibrations. So it's like, I don't know what genius is now. Oh, it's like, and he looks at and Scholar's like, It's like, oh, yes, with this new researcher life core matrix they have built, it's within possibility that they're able to research much faster than us. However, as you know, there are a few drawbacks. If you can short out the head unit, that would make the suit extremely vulnerable. If you can take out the battery packs, which is like he's pointing at the back, it's like if you can take out the battery packs in the back, you'll be able to simply shut the suit off. It's like, mostly the armor is not resistant to mental and psychic type attacks. It may be armored in null plating, but if a strong enough wielder with a strong enough mind can break through said plating. So, that's like, which brings me to my next part. Adrik, would you come up here for a minute? Like, you see Ram is picking up the device, which eventually sends another jolt of electricity. It's like, careful with that, you oaf. So as soon as he says oaf, he just throws it as far as he can. It's like, oh, now I have to fix that. Oh, it's like, stand right here, please. Like he's saying, stand over in this area.
I warily walk over there.
So he puts a hand out, and with his other hand, he says, he's going through readings. It's like, my, your suit's mesh is very interesting. What is this anomaly in your suit?
I'm sure it's nothing.
It's like, no, it's not nothing. I'm running a calibration. No, it's like, the anomaly's still there. It's everything else should be in the green light, yet there's still an anomaly in your suit's energy readings.
Oh, that's probably just the voice in my head.
It's like, the what?
The voice in the head, you know.
Oh, it's like voice in your head.
What, you don't have any voices that just talk to you in your head?
It's like, we'll hold that thought, so... Like, you see, it's like, he means me. It's like, he looks at you and it's like, I would like it if I'm referred to by name, at least.
What, voice in my head? That could be a name.
It's like, my name's Anna, you know.
Yes, I do know that.
It's like, you have a spirit bound to you. That's interesting.
That's one descriptor.
And so, it's like, it would explain why it's like, but it still doesn't explain why your suit is meshed almost. I've never seen this level of meshing before. How is it that you've accomplished this? I mean, even I couldn't get this high level of mesh.
I stole it.
You could try Insight. Insight's the one you have to do to figure that one out. That's a 20.
You're a monk. You should have this.
Specifically, there's something... Okay, so specifically, you're a Kensai. Remember, you spent an hour to mesh yourself with a suit. So that means anything you bind with, you become a master at it. So that's why, like, unlike other soldiers who simply put on the suit and wield it as they will, you're a Kensai. You've melded yourself with the suit. So you wield it like you wield it better than anyone else who of similar caliber has training with the suit. So what do you explain to him with that insight?
Oh, I'm a fast learner.